glad I'm not married.
You go get a side bitch? You go.
Dang, I'm about to go.
So what happened was
This went real dark, real fast.
Real fast.
Almost choked Dave on camera.
What?
Ooh, what? Huh? Threats on the camera.
Good thing this table longer than your arms.
What's poppin', y'all? Welcome to Nothing's Off the Table. I'm Geek, this is Jar, and this is Gabe. And we're here to discuss any and everything. That's why we said nothing's off the table. So today, we're going to deep dive into can or are we meant to be with one person forever?
Forever. That's a long time.
Forever.
A long time.
That is a long time.
So personally, I don't think so. I think we can.
Surprising. Huh?
Yeah,
I don't
know that one.
I think we can.
Okay.
But I don't think we're meant to be.
Okay.
I just don't think that's the way we're wired because we're
not.
Nobody's perfect for anybody. Mm-hmm. You just have to be willing to put in the work. And that's why I think it can work.
Yeah.
But I don't think that we were wired that way.
I don't either.
Sense. Me personally, as much as like a romantic that I am, like I would love that to be the case.
Right.
But I don't feel like we are.
Mm-mm.
Like it never works out that way.
Side note, this is not a pass for you to go get a little more hoochies, okay?
Well,
I'm the only hoochie
clearly
for you.
These two are married.
I'm the only hoochie for you.
Yes,
So let me get that right.
Get that clear out there.
Just throw that in there real quick. But go ahead, Jar.
No, honestly, like I said, I feel like I love, and I've always wanted like all types of romantic things.
Yeah.
And to have my soulmate and that one person. But man, I don't know. I just don't think that's like really in anybody's nature. I mean, like we got to think about like
it's not.
So many divorces, and every time you think someone's perfect, they just go and break your heart, or like you feel like things are going great, and then someone just pulls the rug out from under you, or whatever the case may be. So I personally don't think that we're meant to have one person forever. While the concept of it seems so amazing, and how many marriages like beforehand, like you would see these wonderful things and they would last forever. In reality, how happy were those people?
Right.
So it's like.
Because a lot of times when you think about like these older relationships,
they just put up with a lot of stuff.
They did.
Yeah.
And they weren't all the way happy. But like back in the day, like women stayed home. They couldn't really just leave like we do now. And that's probably one of the reasons why people aren't getting married or staying married as long.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of the fact that people aren't willing to put in a lot of work, which you still need to do. Yeah. But there's other factors as well. It's not just because people don't have faith in it or whatever, but I think like we're all starting to realize like it's probably not just one person out there meant for me. Like you can find it as close as possible, but like even with like me and Gabe, like we still have things that we do differently or whatever, and I'm pretty sure like while we try to incorporate each other as much as possible into things that we love, it's still not necessarily always something that we want to do. Yeah. So, like, you would like to have somebody that you could do those things with. And I guess that's where, like, friends come into play or whatever. But
to fill those voids.
Yeah, maybe. To help fill those spaces. But people are so weird now, like with you having friends and stuff like that. So like it makes it hard.
Let me put this out there.
Okay.
I like how you said by nature. I don't think by nature we're supposed to be like with just one. Let me put this out there like this.
Yeah, that's what
let's think about it.
Said that. Like,
yeah, you did. That's what I'm saying.
That it was because of that. Like,
so
really
let's think about this.
Normal.
How many cars have you had in a lifetime? How many times have we changed our room around? We don't like things that are just the same. We don't watch just one show, one type of show. We don't, you know what I'm saying? It's with just in our wiring, we don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, I like this car. Oh, shoot, that car look a lot better. Let let me get this new version of this car. Phones, just anything. We don't do that. That's just not in our nature. So what, you know what I'm saying? What got us to be like, oh, we need to be with this one person. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like you said, that's tough. Like, a lot of people don't want to put the work in for it because people are just so different. You could come with people that you're compatible with and stuff, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you still have.
We evolve over time. We change, that's different, and not necessarily in a bad like change. Like, you get older, you realize like some of the things that you did were dumb, and you change those things and stuff like that. And so with that, you hope that you're with somebody who evolves with you, but you're still not like the only person that can do that. Like, in my mind, I feel like Gabe is my person, but I feel like I don't know if there could necessarily be another like my person out there, but there's probably somebody else that I could vibe with as well.
Yeah, you can be compatible with.
Build bonds with people differently over time. Like, you could have someone who could just simply be like a really great friend, and that turns into something way more. But you could also be married, and that just those feelings inside of you, like you like, okay, this is weird that I'm feeling this way, even though I'm married or I have a significant other or a spouse or whatever the case may be.
And I think that's the thing. Like, people incorporate or make it like it's a sexual thing, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like a sexual thing. Like, it could be an intellectual thing, like a physical thing, not like intimate physical, but like just like going out, like doing like different physical things out, like, and stuff like that. So like, it doesn't sexually doesn't necessarily have to be the thing, but I feel like it would be okay. But the thing is, you would have to like, everybody would have to be like, okay, like, all right, this my boo, this my main boo, this my nigga that I'm just gonna go over here and like, I don't know. Like, Gabe's a movie, for instance. Gabe's a movie guru. He loves movies. I'm not really big into movies. So, like, I'm his wife. We do everything together. We have a family, da-da-da-da. But he might want somebody to like to go to the movies with him. And they can talk about movies and shit like that. Because Gabe be trying to give me movie references, and I don't be knowing what the hell he talking about.
I'd be so upset.
Because I'm not a movie person. And I mean, sometimes I put that aside, and I'm like, all right, I'll go to the movies with you. But that's really not what I want to do. Yeah. I do it for him, but like, he could find somebody that is more enthusiastic with it like he is, so that he's able to actually talk about it. Because I might go, but I'm probably not gonna remember this shit. And Gabe, like, especially like Jurassic Park and shit like that, like, my man will watch them shits over and over and over again. So he has all these references and stuff like that, and I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
I mean, that makes sense.
So are we moving into like open relationships? Is that what we're talking about?
I mean, it kind of felt that way. Like,
it kind of does,
right?
That way, yeah.
So how do we feel about that? Like, with that, you know? Isn't it? It's weird, right?
I mean, it's very weird to me. Yeah. Because I'm very like, oh, I want one person. Again, the romantic side of me is like, oh, one person. Yeah. My person, my soulmate, you know, whatever. So in a sense, like, that's what I want, but I know it's not always 100%. And I don't ever see myself in an open relationship, but like,
I don't think I can do it.
I'm not saying it couldn't work.
I don't like to share.
I don't like to share either. What's mine is mine, and what's yours is mine. Okay.
That one.
But I mean, I don't know. So okay, so I mean, I know there's like different versions of open relationships and things like that. So like, put it into perspective for me, because sometimes I get a little bit confused by it.
So I think, like, with open relationships, not necessarily like a polyamorous relationship where like,
that's what I always get confused
one
for.
Person has like 2 or 3 wives or 2 or 3 husbands or whatever. Not in that type of open relationship, but like more so like for instance, me and Gabe are married. This is our solid relationship. Okay. But like I said earlier, he might have his little side boo that is the person that he can just talk to whenever.
And we know damn well you would not be okay with that.
I'm not okay with that, but I'm just trying to use an example.
I got you. Okay.
But like when I work all the time,
right?
So it could be somebody that he's able to talk to when I'm at work, or like for instance, go to the movies with him and shit like that when I don't want to go to the movies or whatever. And then, but it opens the door for other things is where the problem lies, because I would be fine with him having somebody that he just chit chats with sometimes.
Yeah, but that's not.
And go to the movies.
Yeah, but
that's
not
the
how
chit chatting
is where it has to.
Is where it, yeah.
But that's like having a friend. At that point, that's not even an open relationship.
I mean, you're right.
But I don't think. Okay, so I feel like there are people who can make it work, but you have to be really open minded, because that's not something that I could do. Because I want my person to be my person, and that's it. And I'm very selfish about all of that. So
I'm not sharing my person.
But what I'm saying is, for the people who are open-minded enough to do it, I feel like there's two types. You have to be open-minded and willing and able to do it 100%.
Yeah.
And be okay with it. And then there's like the people who are open-minded, willing to try it, and then something happens, and then the balance gets thrown off. So there's like jealousy somewhere, or someone gets upset.
That's what
happens. I feel like
happens.
that's just such a mess. While it may seem like a really good idea, where you have your solid relationship and then you have you know, your people for certain things, but you also have to remember, like, while you may be open to it, and that other person can also have their own open relationships on the side, right? At what point are you sitting here and you're like, because at some point, like, everybody's jealous of something,
right?
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? So it's not easy. So how do you deal with that? Because I would be like, okay, well, it's
like,
cool
how do
that
you
you
balance
have,
all
how do you
these
balance
people?
that? Exactly. Because for me, let's say, like, I had my significant other. I feel like that's easy. I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like it's easier said than done, because I'm thinking, like, if I have my significant other, I really don't want to do anything else besides be around that person and be with that person. Even though we may not like all the same things, like, we'll learn to compromise. I feel like this is so much easier said than done, because you could do this as someone who's single and balancing multiple people around to see what you like best. But once you have someone who's your significant other, your person, that you don't want to hurt, you don't want to make them feel a kind of way. And then what happens when you have that person, but you start falling more in love with someone else? Or you start having other feelings, and now you're resenting this person who's holding you back. Like, that's what messes it up for me. So you really have two sides of it. Either you're going to do it 100% and you got it, and that's okay. But it has to be
equal on both sides.
Exactly.
But I get what you're saying,
something's going to get in happen in the mix, and it's just going to mix it.
So I get what you're saying, too, because, like, if there's no, while you don't have to necessarily have a sexual relationship.
Right.
Honestly, if you're not having sex with a person, they really are just a friend at that point. So it's not really an open relationship. You just got friends of the opposite sex, I guess you can say.
Yeah, but you can have friends who are more intimate, even though you're not having sexual relations.
Yeah.
You can have sexual relations.
Right.
Sophisticated. Real sophisticated. But you can have way more intimate moments with people than just having sex. So yes, it may seem like a friendship, but you know when you're crossing that friendship line.
Yeah.
Like, but then an open relationship, I feel like, consists of the sexual relations, right?
Yeah. Because at that point,
that's what I'm thinking, right? Yeah.
Because at that point, you're really just,
like you said, friends.
You have friends.
Yeah, friends of the opposite sex or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
So then,
there's a lot of people would be out here fucking on. I mean, I don't like it. Okay, I retract my statement, Gabriel. Even though I was never open with you being open, you can't have no other friends.
Oh my God.
Damn.
I am your friend.
Oh.
Well, then you need to start going to the movies with me. Matter of fact, something just came out. I need to go see. You ready?
I'm not gonna be here this weekend.
Well, whenever.
I'm glad I'm not
married. You go get a side bitch. You go.
Dang, I'm gonna have to go.
So what happened was
this went real dark, real fast.
Real fast.
Almost choked Dave on camera.
What?
Ooh, what? Threats on the camera.
Good thing this table longer than your arms.
I don't know, man. I don't think I could personally do it. I see the appeal, but
it seems like a good idea.
It seems like a good idea in retrospect, but then like you really sit down and think about it, and I couldn't, because especially me, like I'm a person who gets attached to people very easily. So like if I have my person and I know that I love my person, and that's fine and dandy, but then like I start building bonds over little things.
Yeah,
it would attach me to them, and then I'd feel, I mean, just like I do to my friends, I get really attached, and the minute those friendships aren't there, like that really bothers me. So to think about having someone else that I could possibly be intimate with and create that relationship, and then something happens, or I'm out of whack, like that just wouldn't work for me.
Yeah.
So what about? Cause I know women are a little bit more emotional normally, right?
Right.
Than men. So like coming from me, I don't know how I would all the way feel about it either. But I feel like at the same time, you can cut off feelings sometimes. What if you cut off feelings to the other person and don't really add the feelings, even if you are having sex? Because what if that person, other than your significant other, is doing some of the nasty stuff that you like that person not going to do?
Like spitting in my mouth?
Let me tell you something. You gonna have to fuck me real carelessly for me not to catch some kind of feelings. I know that sounds really messed up, but no.
So sex is attached to feelings?
That's
is that what you're telling me?
Get out here and thought about in these streets, baby.
Right.
But that's not a jar thing. That's a personal
thing.
Yeah.
I know that I don't know. I think that I can handle these like
escapades.
Yeah, escapades. And then I'm like, oh my god, I'm not getting attached, so I need to either cut you off or we need to see where this is going. But that's just me personally. So, no.
Okay.
Like,
I could definitely fuck somebody and not give a fuck.
See,
me too.
Crazy.
Me too. You can't. Wow.
I don't think I've ever had sex with someone I didn't care about. If I'm being all the way honest.
I had a whole sex buddy back in the day.
But see, that's the thing though. Like my sex buddies have been, like one was a relationship that I was with him for a really long time.
No, that's not a sex buddy.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I had like a relationship with him, and then we just kept like going back to each other. And while we would consider each other just sex buddies, that's really not what it was. Like I knew that in my heart I wanted something more. Yeah. I thought something was gonna end up coming from it, and then it never did, and I just got my feelings hurt. And same thing for like the second one. We were really good friends first, and then that was it. And I was like, cool, I can handle this. And here I go again, catching feelings for people.
You need to stop fucking people that you're friends with. Is clearly the problem.
I don't like to just fuck random people.
I mean, in 2023, I can definitely understand that. But back in the day, before I met Gabe, when I was out here thought and bobbing in these streets, I had me.
I don't think I had a thought about stage, sweetheart.
Maybe that's what the problem is.
Right. I don't know how to do that.
I had a whole fuck buddy, and we knew that's what it was. Like we literally, like we linked up at a club one day or whatever, and like we chatted and or whatever, and we hung out, and it wasn't like we didn't really. Like, he was cool, but neither one of us really wanted to be in a relationship. Like, I had just got out of a relationship, and I wasn't trying to be in another one, and he wasn't trying to be in another one. But, like, we was, like, he was cool. So, like, we tried to go on, like, a couple dates, but we still wasn't, like, we had liked each other, but neither one, like I said, neither one of us really wanted to go to that place. So, we was like, shit, like.
I mean, the people that I've gone into these relationships with, like, that wasn't my intention. My intention was not to care. But here I go, caring. The first one I can understand because I was with him for a while. He had like my heart. I loved him, whatever. But the second one, that was not my intention.
Right, but you still had like a friendship with them. So there's still
like friend
a level
of
love. Yeah. Like this is like, I'm talking about like just like a random person that you just talk to a couple times and you like, you know what? This is not where this is not somebody I want to be with. But I just want to fuck on them until I find my person that I do want to be with.
I mean, I did that one time.
Girl, bye.
What? Don't do that.
Girl, bye. Girl, bye.
Like a month ago.
Girl, bye. Girl, bye.
Whatever it was. I didn't care.
Girl, bye.
Don't do that. I only talked to him for like.
So like. A month. I know, like for us women. We don't like to share at all. Okay.
Men don't either.
We don't.
Let's not throw that out there. We don't like to share.
We know y'all don't like.
We don't like to share. Yeah.
But we absolutely do not like to share our men.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
But I think we're a little bit more forgiving and we're a little bit more understanding when it comes to certain situations like that. Like you have women who be like, huh?
Scoot up.
Oh, we have women that'll be like, let him cheat in peace or. Like,
oh no,
certain stuff like that. Like, what they mean is like, if you're not gonna do anything, just leave them alone because there's no point in you making a whole bunch of hoopla if you're really not gonna go anywhere anyway. But I feel like we're a little bit more forgiving and understanding when y'all are having these situations or whatever, and like we're a little bit more open to it for you guys. But when it's on the flip side. y'all.
But let's talk about why. Let's talk about why though. Okay. What did we already just say? Y'all a little bit more emotional.
Yeah, we're emotional.
Yeah. And so, as you already preferenced, you know what I'm saying, you can't even have sex without getting some kind of feelings. So if you went out and cheated on whoever, you got feelings attached. That's exactly what we don't want. But most men, we can go out there and get us a little something because we want a little something different. Right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody do a little something, change for a little bit.
Separate the two? That's the question.
What do you mean? How you separate it?
I mean, I really want to know. Like, I don't know.
Because it's just ass. We're not. You know what I'm saying? It's just ass. We're not. You know what I'm saying? It's not a whole relationship. We're not. You know. You're not doing a whole bunch.
Like a crazy person? Because I feel
no,
not at all. No. So my question to you is, like, you know me, and that I don't give a fuck. So you would be okay knowing that I could go out here and fuck somebody and just fuck them to get the, I guess, something different.
Okay, right.
As you say,
right.
To get something different.
Just don't let me know.
And that wouldn't bother you.
Don't let me know. It's going to bother me, but don't let me know.
So just fuck and don't tell you.
Yeah, don't let me know.
I mean,
that's just how it would be for me. Because how we visualize things, like, we both visualize each other as property to each other. It sounds bad. It sounds bad, but like that's what we do, right?
Yes, you're belong to me,
exactly right. So like, so can you imagine? Can you imagine me thinking about how we have sex and you doing what you do to somebody else? No, right? So I don't want to know about that. But if I'm doing something that, if I'm not doing something that you want me to do, and you need to go get that somewhere else. A little.
Are you giving me a home pass?
I'm just saying, if that's what you went and did to go get what you needed, because I'm not doing that, then right.
I'm just gonna say one thing.
I would not do that.
Not for anybody else to know, but if that was the case, and Shanika went out and did what she wanted to do somewhere else because of that one thing, I'm whooping her ass. What?
I would have to do it in confidence. I can't tell nobody because when you start telling people, that's how shit come out.
Yeah, that's how shit get out.
That'd be the problem.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, if
people don't know how to keep shit to themselves.
True. I just want to know, because I think of us men, like, because I think y'all get emotionally tied to sex. How we visualize it, how y'all do sex with us is how we feel like you're doing sex with other people. We don't do a whole bunch of stuff. Men don't be doing a whole bunch of
let's just say emotional
shit during sex.
This is just a personal question. Let's just say Shanika went out and cheated on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You found out. Would you want to know who, what, where, why, when? Like, is that something that men think about? And I only ask because I've been cheated on. And I didn't want to know all these things. I felt like, as a woman, like most women would want to know who,
maybe
what,
at the most that. Who is our like when and where and all that bullshit. I don't really even care about it because I don't need all that detailed shit. Maybe the who, so I don't be going talk. If it was somebody we knew, I don't go talk to them looking stupid. Okay, but other than that, Other than that, I just need to know the who for me.
Okay, that makes sense. You?
If I ended up finding out about it.
The other way around, would you want to know like details? No. Okay. I mean, me either. Because like I said, it happened to me. And I didn't want any details. I didn't really care. I was just like, okay, like either we're going to move past this or we're not. And that was it.
Yeah, no. I don't. You can miss me with that bullshit. But no, I get it, what you're saying. So to me, I feel like if a woman is going to go out here to cheat, she not trying to do that slow grinding shit. She's just trying to go over here and get fucked on.
I mean, unless really okay. I mean,
but I'm just saying, like the slow make love, kiss on me type of shit. Like that's not what we looking for. If we just out here for this, if we just looking for the sex portion,
right?
Okay.
We just wanna get a bunny rabbit or something,
right? So that's what happens. Like for me, that's what it was. I was out here doing what I wanted to get, what I needed, and that was it. And then I ended up catching feelings. But again, I know that my fault was because of the friendships that I had tied to that as well. So I mean, I get that. But yeah,
might have been spit in the mouth. say it ties your souls.
That's what they say. That's witchcraft. That's what they say.
That's what they say.
Oh well.
Just a little spit. Not with it. Damn, nigga, you don't know what you missing, friend.
I know. Gabe said I could go out here as long as I don't tell him. He's like, that's not what the fuck I said.
And it wasn't.
Soul tie right there. Huh? Missing out on soul ties, friend.
It's okay, baby.
So our tongues interlocking isn't soul tied enough?
Nope.
That's crazy.
Wow, but that's what they say. And Caroline lost her mind, so it must be the truth.
Dang.
Yeah. I don't know. So anyway. I think the moral of this story is that we are not by nature designed to be with one person.
Right.
However, we are also not designed by nature to be able to deal with it.
You know what? That's
a fact. That's a great point. Yeah. I never thought of that. That's a great point. Yeah.
Together like that.
No, we're not meant to.
Yeah.
But we don't know how to properly
Which
deal
is probably
with it.
why we try to stick to one person.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Dang, that was deep right there, babe.
Definitely deep.
Thanks, guys. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in with us on our podcast today. And we'll see y'all next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow all our social medias. Bye, y'all.